The final video in this series is going to look into the transfer of human resources, mainly athletes, from the global south, for example Africa, to the global north, e.g. European countries and teams. To start with, Esson states that African youth athletes that have migrated to the global north have been an interesting topic for academics, especially cases that might verge on involving human trafficking. As seen in the table above, even from a modern historical point of view, African players and countries have been underrepresented at major tournaments. According to Maguire and Pearson, the Confederation of African Football only had 5 countries and a total of 110 players playing in the 1998 World Cup in France. These were Cameroon, Morocco, Nigeria, South Africa and Tunisia. At this time, clubs outside of Africa employed 67.3% of these players, while 96% were playing within UEFA. In the academy system, it is a business. People are doing it as a farm. If they get a crop, they draw everything, they sell whatever they can, and whatever is left is gone. It is not being done for the African market. African football is not their concern. The concern of the academies is Europe. This is the view of Emmanuel Moradas, head of FIFA's media department in 2008. Right to Dream is a non-profit charity that was founded by Tom Vernon in 1999, former Manchester United scout. It is essentially a football academy designed for producing Ghanaian players for export to overseas clubs. Since its founding, the academy has exported 15 professional players to clubs in England, Russia, France, Portugal and Sweden. While it seems like an academy designed for the export of players to the global north, the philosophy of the academy is broader than football. They aim to give talented, underprivileged players the opportunity to reach their fullest potential in life and claim a better life for themselves and Africa. From a different point of view, it might be seen that it is within the interest of the children to go abroad to work. Cole conducted a study that examined how children from southern Ghana, aged 8 to 22, imagine life abroad and what their goals were when migrating. Most Ghanaians mostly migrate for work, however some travel for education, healthcare, or to buy goods. One 16-year-old said, "In future, if I go and work there, I will get money to look after my mother or grandparents." Another 13-year-old stated, "The reason I would like to go abroad is that there is work and they pay your salary quickly, so you can come home as a rich person." Lee talks about cost minimisation and how it plays a part in the transfer of athletes from the global south to the global north. It is a tradition that European football clubs tend to rely on African football clubs to supply young African footballers who have the talent to potentially succeed in European football. Football agents and scouts have grown to be more prominent in the game, and this has allowed access to these cheap young African players to be easier than ever. This is also a cost-effective method, as developing these players from the global south is much cheaper than developing players from the global north. Polly collected data from the Professional Football Players Observatory, based on the number of expatriates playing in the Big 5 European leagues. This data informed the diagrams that you see now. It is clear to see that the number of players as a whole playing in the Big 5 leagues increases from the 1995-96 to the 2005-2006 season. However, the proportion of players coming from countries in the global south, for example Africa and Latin America, also clearly increases. This is due to things that we have mentioned, such as cost minimisation, incentives for the players and opportunities. In numbers, while the number of players coming from Western and European countries rose by 58.3%, the number of non-European players making the move rose significantly by 240%.